Hey guys, Ocean RDC here. With 5 days left until YCS Atlanta, today being Monday, February 13th, also the day before Valentine's Day for all you guys who are fortunate enough to have girlfriends. Today is basically just the countdown. Everyone who's going to be planning on going to YCS is getting their decks ready, is just making those final preparations for the deck. They're going to make last minute buys, last minute everything buy on YCS basically, including myself. I can't exclude myself from that group of people, but to my thing, I'm not going to be needing as much as I thought. I have just about everything, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I'm going to run for YCS. So even if you guys see me with this build, like, I really just don't care at this point. It's like, oh, Ocean's running this deck, well, whatever. But this is the deck I'm basically gonna run. Everything is basically here, with the exception of maybe like 3 cards, I think, and max. So I'm gonna show it with you guys. I'm gonna share it with you guys. And lately, I've been hearing a lot of hype of this deck, like in terms of I thought up of this deck myself. I'm gonna declare that right now. I did not copy off of anybody. But ever since I guess I started playtesting the deck, people have been starting to talk about it. So we'll see what happens, and let's see if anybody net decks the same thing as I did. Because as far as I'm concerned personally, I came up with this build. So let's just go ahead and get started, guys. The deck I am going to be running is Windups. So with Windups, obviously you're going to need 3 Windup Rat. Windup Rat's basically the killer of the deck. If you're not running 3 Windup Rabbit, you should not be playing this deck at all. Has to be at 3. Has to. And such a great card. Everyone knows what it does. If you don't, you need to go play the deck. The next one, obviously going to be going through all the Windups. 3 Windup Shark. Great card. Great freaking card. TCG exclusive. Windup Shark. Gotta have it at 3. Have to. Is another must. If you do not have 3 Windup Shark in your deck, I don't care if you're running 2 and say that that's all you need. You need 3 Windup Shark, and if you don't need to play the deck. Just so good. Even if you open up double with this, if you think you can run off well with the deck, and go Zen Mighty and start doing your crap, go ahead. But if not, you open up double with these and go into 5 into like Adrius or something like that. But you need 3. You need 3. Absolutely need 3 Windup Shark. Next one is, let's see here, 3 Windup Hunter. Now this card is the reason why they can loop the hell out of your opponent's hand. Level 3, 1600 beater, Dark Monster. The most important thing to remember about this card is that probably by March 2012, it will probably be on the ban list. More than likely, it'll be put at 1. Everyone's speculating that the whole thing is going to go, but I honestly don't believe that. At 1, it's good. It's good at 1. So, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that because I got the headphones in my ear. But it's Chris Jericho's music, if anybody's a WWE fan. Anyways, 3 Windup Hunter. Okay. Next is 2 Windup Rabbit. I don't really need to explain a lot of these. Windup Rabbit, just really beneficiary, especially when you have Factory on the field. 2 Windup Magician. Guys, I think I'm going to keep this at 2. 3 is too much. 2 is actually right where it needs to be, personally. I mean, I actually believe it needs to be just at 1, but I'm going to playtest it at 2 for YCS, because I think it may actually be better. And the last thing is Jirax. I'm playing 3 Jirac Waba and 1 Jirac Velo. So, these 4 let me use Login Dolka. You know what it does. He crashes, specials, another one, overlay, Login Dolka, whatever. So I don't really need to explain that, but just know that this is what I'm running, and this is how I'm going to get that little edge on my opponents, because I run Jirax in Windup. My next 2 is Effect Veiler. I take 2 Veiler in this deck, and the last one in my sideboard, and 1 Spirit Reaper. Just because it's a 3, it stalls, and then when I have the opportunity to do so, I'm going to go Zen Mighty for it. Alright, so now for my spells, I take 1. I repeat, 1. Windup Factory. Reason being is because I do run stuff other than windups. So I don't need to be dead drawing this when I have a handful of Jirax. Or that this Jirax the only thing in my hand and I'm not going to be using this. You know, I don't need to be taking this high. I'm going to place this at 1, and whatever happens at YCS happens. I do not believe I need more than one. So yeah. Next is Forbidden Lance, just at 1. I probably would run one once or run 2, but I'm running it at 1, and hopefully it runs well. The rest is all tech. It's Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Mind Control, Book of Moon, Pot of Avarice, and 2 MST. 2 MST mained. I sideboarded the last one. So that's what the spells are. Traps are triple, solemn. I mean, you gotta have this kind of card in the deck. It's just great. Triple solemns. I run double D prison. Don't really explain those. Really don't explain any spells and traps. Mirror Force, run it. I run compulsory instead of Fiendish Chain. Not saying that it's better, but I don't have Fiendish Chain, so 1 compulsory. 1 bottomless, 1 torrent, and 1 dust shoot. Beautiful. And now on to the extra deck. I actually play 3 Leviathan Dragon. Great card if you don't have the wind up loop set up first turn. You can go Leviathan, or if you're doing this is the last part of the loop, so you're just gonna have a beater on the field. 3 Leviathan Dragon. The next is 1 Levier. Levier is so great, so freaking great. I've found so many ways to plus off of this card, and it's just wonderful. So Levier, great card. Steel Swarm Roach. I probably would take this out, but the thing is like, I don't know what I'm going to be playing. Ended up playing that new dragon stuff, so this probably would have helped a lot had I had it with me. And if it plays for YCS, I'm going to be taking it. 1 Utopia, and then 2 Logia. Utopia just basically because, if I don't have the dinos, I can still go 4. And then 2 Logia, obviously everyone knows what it does. Great card, so busted. Don't know why it's so low. 1 Dolka. Divine Wrath on crack. Effect Veiled on crack, whatever you want to put it at. But Dolka at 1. And then, obviously, 3 Wind Up, Carrier, Zen Mighty. If you don't run 3 Wind Up, Carrier, Zen Mighty, you need to break down your deck, and you need to sell it off, or trade it off, and run something else. Because you have to have 3. Have to. There's so many necessities in order to run 3 as this deck. If you don't run 3 of any of those things, you might as well not play the deck at all. So, 3 Zen Mighty. That was 12. My other 3, if I can't count. 1 would be Adrius. So like I indicated about the shark thing. Just 1 Adrius just in case. And then 1 Zen Mighty. And then 1, what do you call it? Bryanak. I do have the Bryanak. I do not have Zen Mighty or Adrius. But I'm like, I have this deck prepared for the way I want it. And I don't even know if I want to run Bryanak because the only tuner I have is Veiler. So, but anyways, I'm going to go to the side deck. I take 2 Thunder King Rayos just against everything that searches, mainly TGs, because TG skill drain is so busted right now. And I have to run this against it because I friggin' hate it. And then I take 2 DD Crow. I think, yeah. 2 DD Crow. Great card for Injectors and all that crazy crap. Lightsworn, whatever. Anything that plays Graveyard. Great card, DD Crow. Only run it at 2 though, because whatever is that threatening that I need to tech 2 DD Crow in, I have the rest of the side deck also to tech into it. 1 Veiler. I traded off my Veiler, and I'm gonna get one before YCS as an insurance. So, like I know I'm gonna get one. So it's not like it's a big issue. But yeah, Veiler, 3rd Veiler. I tech my last MST, like I indicated, last MST in this deck. Just because basically Fiendish Chain runs and then GKs because they're trying to make their comeback and they actually probably could. But 3 MST, very good. And then 2 Leech in the Light because I still see agents looming around. And then BLS. So yeah, I'm going to be taking 2 Leech in the Light. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. This is actually pretty embarrassing. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'll be there in a second, okay? Alright? I'll be there in a second. Bye. Sorry about that. Let me finish this up real quick. That's really embarrassing, right in the middle of a thing. I just don't want to redo it, Alright, so my next one is actually a pretty interesting card. Heroes Rule 2. This is actually going to be very, very successful against Mirror when I play windups or when I play Injectors. Basically, the card says negate the activation of a spell, trap, or effect monster's effect that targets a card or cards in the graveyard and destroy it. Counter trap card only can be stopped by Dark Bribe and Solemn. So, great card. I will guarantee that whoever wins or whoever plays and tops and all this is going to be running Heroes Rule 2. So take my word for it right now. While the card's cheap, I bought out my local card shop for all the ones they had because I know it's going to go up. Heroes Rule 2. Best. And then I run 2 debunk. The other debunk's coming in the mail. I know it's coming in before YCS. It's probably going to get here tomorrow. So yeah, great. 2 debunks. Everyone knows what it does for. And then last but not least, 3 Chain Disappearance. 3 Chain Disappearance for everything. Inzectors, Windups, Tour Guide, especially. And anything else that runs, like if people run Card Curry, obviously this is going to go for Kamachi. Anything else you can think of, this is what it's going to be for. So, great card. So, that's what it is. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's already an 11-minute video, but thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe to Ocean RDC. I will see you guys after YCS. Check you later.